A Halloween party is in full swing at Class 1A's dorm, turning it into a haunted wonderland. Standing next to a spooky skeleton in a corner are Bakugo, Uraraka, and Todoroki having a serious chat. I won't let you win Deku's heart. What gives you the right kind of face? Uraraka is dressed in a celestial fairy costume, complete with an elegant, glittery dress and wings. Oh come on Floaty, I have the best chance. Bakugo's wearing a fiery demon costume, with explosion symbols on his shoulders and fiery red face paint as he's interrupted by Todoroki. I agree with Uraraka, I won't let you either, I'll freeze you in your tracks. Todoroki has a dark and mysterious vampire costume, complete with an elegant suit, silky black cape, and fangs. Beeping what icy hot, really now? Deku could very well fall for me tonight over either of you. Or for me. I swear, fine. We'll compete tonight then and figure out just who can steal Deku's heart. I'll win him over with my fairy magic, sparkly magic is my game. No, I'll win him over with my dark and mysterious persona, I'll drive him batty for me. You're both wrong because I'm going to claim his heart, all thanks to my devilish charm. And so the competition was on, just in time for more partygoers to arrive. Mina arrived first, in a cheerful clown costume, followed by Kaminari in a futuristic robot costume. Kirishima and Sero came around next, with the first dressed up as a Rocky Knight and the latter as Spider-Man. Jio arrived in a punk rock outfit next, grinning as she walked over to Kaminari. Only for him to scream in terror a few moments later. "Ah, that's a GGG ghost, Jio save me," Kaminari exclaimed in a panicked voice, a floating sheet entering the room as he jumped into Jio's arms. ... That's Toru, why do I date you kind of face. Oh my all might, you should have seen the look on your face. I knew that, I just wanted to make Jio look cool. Aha, I'm sure you did. Well it did work, you were very cool there Jio, and so will you if you hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying this. Manly energies of approval. Thank you Kirishima, at least one of us seems manly. Momo walked in a few moments later, wearing a regal Renaissance queen costume, crown and all. How fitting for the true queen of Class 1A. And then Deku arrived at last, wearing an All Might muscle suit complete with a wig matching his hairstyle. Everyone thought he looked pretty good, but 3 people stood out from the rest. Midoriya, you look great, like really great. Thank you Todoroki, you look, well, dashing today. Looking absolutely smashing tonight Deku. Uraraka couldn't help but grin at her own terrible pun. Haha, thank you Uraraka, you're looking very enchanting yourself tonight. That just caused Uraraka to blush of course, whilst Deku remained blissfully ignorant of how that came across. Oi nerd, great job dressing up like All Might, though the hair seems just a bit off. I know right? His 2 tufts are about 2.2 centimeters longer than these, but... The lights began to flash suddenly, grabbing the attention from Deku. Everyone looks about confusedly, some a bit fearful even as Toru decides to capitalize on the opportunity. She snuck up behind Uraraka, silent as can be and then... Ooh ho ho, what are you doing here? Leave this pla, before you can never leave. Uraraka instantly jumps to the side at that, letting out a fearful yell. TTT Toru, that is not funny. I know, but I couldn't resist. Everyone had a good laugh at that, including Deku. Much to Uraraka's embarrassment, of course. The lights stop flickering a few moments later as Kaminari and Jio come around the corner. Sorry about that, but a certain someone wanted to electrify his costume to outdo Deku, and well, let's just say the results were enlightening. I really do not understand why I'm dating him right now. I'm so sorry guys, I didn't mean to, I swear, please don't hurt me for my stupidity. Electric dunce, you are something else, that was hilarious. Not to me it wasn't. That's what makes it funny. No mercy in times of love and war. Uraraka just groans in response to them, before pointing over to a large bucket of water with apples in it. That's it. I challenge you two for the right. Huh? Excuse me. She grabbed both of their hands and pulled them away from a confused Deku's earshot. I challenge you two for the right to tell Deku I love him before you, with some bobbing for apples. Beeping what? Are you crazy, Uraraka? We can't. Don't tell me you're scared. Are you two afraid you'll lose? Alright Floaty, you're on. Fine, I accept as well. Uraraka just smirked triumphantly as they got ready to bob for apples. For this, we're going to have a battle royal. All three of us are bobbing for apples at the same time, and the one with the most apples gains the right to tell Deku first. Whatever, let's get started with this. I'm going to win this and claim the right. And so they began the competition, kneeling at the bucket and plucking out apples. Of course, this drew in a crowd to watch the spectacle unfold minus Deku and Kaminari, who were, somehow, distracted by Kaminari lighting up a random neon tube. Hey Mina, watch this. While the three were distracted with their competition, Toru took off the sheet keeping her visible to everyone and snuck up to the bucket. She then grabbed an apple, moving it closer to Uraraka and putting it into her mouth. And that's when the chaos unfolded, as Bakugou and Todoroki saw the perceived quirk usage. Oh, if that's going to be how it is, then. Todoroki froze a portion of the water that had an apple and grabbed the ice with his teeth. Oi icy hot, Floaty, fine, all bets are off. Bakugou began using small explosions to rock the bucket, making it more difficult for the other two to get an apple. What, hey, fine then, I'll use my quirk too. And that's when Uraraka finally used her quirk, floating the bucket and water up to throw the other two off. More so than she thought, as a few moments later the bucket was destroyed, water went everywhere, and the apples became applesauce. Oi, what the beep, Floaty? What a beeping cheater. Wow, so you started using your quirk on that apple and then decided that wasn't good enough? I never would have thought you'd cheat first, kind of face. What are you talking about? I only used my quirk after you froze an apple and you tried rocking the bucket. Oh my all might Toru, the chaos and tea you have created is truly beautiful this night. Oh hey guys, what's going on here? I saw quirks being used and I wanna know more, kind of face. Nerd, you see. We're just We were bobbing for apples when Uraraka and Bakugou cheated. It's the truth, mostly. Like 2/3 of the truth. Oi icy hot. Hey, you cheated first. It's nothing to get all worked up over, it looked like a lot of fun, blissfully unaware of the stakes of the competition. I guess you're right. It was kind of fun. And I suppose we shouldn't get all worked up about it. Great, now then, let's all get back to the party and enjoy ourselves. We have tons of stuff to do and plenty of fun to have. You're too beeping precious, nerd. He is too cute. Let's just focus on having a good time tonight, agreed? Agreed. And with that being dealt with, they all walked off to have more fun at the party. All while Gio stands in the background menacingly, a grin on her face. To be continued. Thank you all so much for watching this video, we hope you enjoyed it. Next week's video is going to be a bit more emotional than this one, so get ready for that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we hope you had a very spooky Halloween. Sorry this took us so long to get out for a proper Halloween video as well, things were busy here. Anyways, see you in the next video, goodbye for now.